The client is always right. Is that even a true statement? How many of us have had a situation in our service business where the customer was definitely not right? That's what I want to talk about today. How do we use these interactions that we have on a daily basis to actually increase our customer satisfaction instead of using some of that social capital that we've gained with them by telling them, no, you're wrong? Welcome to the Service Logic YouTube channel. This week, what we're going to talk about is what it looks like to have a good customer experience. So we're going to talk about customer interaction, customer retention, and then customer satisfaction, and how all of that plays together to give your company, your organization, the best customer experience that they can have. I'm at my grandparents' house right now, which I have a great relationship with them. They aren't a customer, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut down this tree right here, and we are gonna get that out to the road so that it's out of the way, it's dead. But you guys watch me do that, and I'm gonna start to explain what it looks like to have good customer interaction. So today, to chop down this tree, all I'm gonna use is a little handsaw. I don't actually own a chainsaw. We don't do a lot of tree work in my company, but we'll see how this works, and we'll just get it out to the road so that the trash people can pick it up on Friday. All right, so the three main things I wanted to hit on today, and I got some notes here, is customer interaction, customer retention, and then the importance of customers' thoughts. And I'll explain that one whenever we get there. So the first one is your customer interaction. I want to tell you that customer interaction is a very powerful tool. Whenever you interact with a client, you are marketing constantly. Whether it's you on the property or it is one of the people that works with you for you, you have to understand that those interactions that you have with your clients aren't just passing conversations, but you're actually leaving them with specific things. So whenever you're looking for interactions, you want them to actually add value to the client and not simply be a passing thought. Whenever you do a customer interaction, what I like to think through is I want to make sure I talk about what I'm there for. I want to show them what value I'm adding, but then I also want to get a little personal, not too personal, don't get creepy, but I want to actually show them that I care about their life. One way that I'm able to do it in Dixon Lawn Care and across all the people that work with me, we're able to do it, is we use a CRM. Well, I literally just cut down probably, okay, I'm pretty much done, and realized that my SD card got filled up. So now you get to watch me cut down one little limb, that one right there. And then me and my sister are gonna take this to the road so that it's ready on Friday whenever their trash comes. But yeah, that's really annoying. That was. And so we'll put notes into Jobber about the software we use as Jobber. Different notes about what that client actually cares about. If there's something that they really don't like when we do, we can make sure that we communicate that across. So whenever we have that interaction with one person, that interaction actually goes all the way across to someone who's never heard about that. So say this person really doesn't like it when you ring the doorbell because it either wakes their kids or they have a cat that goes wild. You can put that in the notes, and then you've used that interaction to actually add value to them every single time you need to knock on the door instead of ringing the doorbell. The second thing is customer retention is absolutely necessary. You've heard that it's way more expensive to get new clients than it is to keep old clients. Now, there's a time when we need to get rid of old clients because they either aren't profitable or they're causing more harm than good for our company. If they're requiring a lot of unnecessary callbacks and it's just a high maintenance customer, depending on where you're at in your business, it might be a better choice if you didn't service their property anymore and they found someone else to do their property. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just different seasons of your business. But for your great clients, retention is so important. And that's why the last thing that our interactions are important. If your interactions, if they tell you, hey, I don't like it when you do this, but the next week you do that, they're going to feel unvalued. And in the end, that actually pushes them out. And then you have to, through attrition, you lose them, but then you actually have to gain them back through really a lot of marketing. The last thing that I want to hit on, and then I want to give you some closing thoughts, is the fact that your customer, what your customer thinks about your company, your customer thoughts are very important. This is something that me personally, I've had to learn over the past about year. You have to think like your customer. You can't think like a business owner whenever you are actually servicing a property. To think like a business owner while you're on the property is to think, I'm going to do a really good job right now. I'm going to do it really fast. I'm going to do it um, just how I said I was going to get it done. But one thing I've had to learn in quoting and in servicing those quotes whenever we win those contracts is we actually have to think about it from their point of view as opposed to our point of view. Our point of view is that the leaves on the driveway weren't included, or the leaves in this certain area weren't included, but they thought it was. And so you have to do one of two things. You have to over communicate and make sure that you deliver that information beforehand in a really great way that doesn't make them feel like they're losing anything, because they're not. It's just not included in the service that they're receiving from you. But you also don't want to do that after the fact. I've had, even in the past couple of months as I've been learning this, I've had different experiences with great clients who thought one thing was going to happen, but something else happened. And on my end, I'm like, well, that's just what that service is, right? But that's not what they thought. And so whenever I'm going into these situations, I actually have to think about it from the client's viewpoint as opposed to my viewpoint. I mean, that's why our interactions are important. We use interactions to actually build a customer experience, and we want to, in those interactions that we have with them, make their thoughts come true, as opposed to making our thoughts come true that they weren't really in for. The biggest thing that has to do with customer interaction that I've learned is what you track is what you care about. If you don't track something, you don't actually fully care about it. Us as business owners, we can't keep track of every single important detail about every single client. But what we can do is track those details in an orderly fashion to where whenever we interact with that client, we're able to actually use that information to make them know that we care about what is happening on their property. That is the importance of customer interaction, customer retention, and then customers' thoughts about you, your company, and the job that they're receiving. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am super excited to continue answering these questions. Man, I'm learning a lot in my business the past few months, and I'm just really glad that I get to share it on this platform. If you guys wouldn't mind, comment below some of the things you'd love for me to cover. I've said it the past couple of videos, but I really do mean it. I'm looking for video ideas, and I want to cover things that are helpful to the people that are listening to the videos. I don't want to just be in an echo chamber. So like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If this is any help at all, I would immensely appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.